Sicilian braid cookies. This is what we will be preparing today. The recipe is directly from Sicily. Ciao everybody, Caterina here. Welcome to my home. I'm really excited about today. I'm going to be preparing a Sicilian braid cookie that my husband and I fell in love with in Catania, Sicily. Absolutely delicious, really simple to prepare, and I'm paying homage to Dolce & Gabbana, one of my favorite designers, and they are from Sicily. Now let's get started. We're going to start off by preparing the yeast. We're going to heat the milk to 110 Fahrenheit. 3 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And to feed the yeast, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. And we're going to set it aside for 10 minutes. While our yeast is fermenting, I'm going to put the dry ingredients together. It's very important for this recipe to sift out both flours before measuring them out. 2 cups of 00 flour. 2 cups of Manitoba flour. 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. We're going to give this a really good mix. Prepare this recipe by hand or with a stand mixer. You'll need your dough hook attachment. Transfer the entire dry ingredients to the mixing bowl. Our yeast is ready. You see how it's beautifully foamed and very fluffy. Now, if your yeast it does not look like this, that means that it's dead. So I would recommend that you throw it out and get yourself some fresh yeast and start over. I'm going to add the yeast mixture to the flour. Allow the yeast and the flour to combine for a few minutes. 1 egg yolk. Teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. I purchased this in Sicily, how appropriate. Cup of full fat milk, which I preheated to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm just going to drizzle it in. Allow the milk and the flour to mix for a good 6 to 7 minutes. 1 3/4 teaspoons of kosher salt. 5 tablespoons of room temperature unsalted butter. I'm going to add 1 cube at a time. Okay, now that the dough is completely mixed and come together, I'm going to let the machine knead it for 10 to 12 minutes at a medium speed. If you like, you can do it by hand. Once you see the dough completely together and nice and smooth like this, you know it's ready. Transfer the dough to a bowl, and I'm going to plastic wrap it to make it nice and cozy because we want to give it 2.5 hours to rise. And look what I have. I purchased these in Sicily to keep it nice and warm. Now it's a really hot day today, so I'm going to let it rise out here instead of the warming drawer. Go shopping when you go away. Look at the great stuff you find. Nice and cozy. I have a cookie dough here already that I prepared 2.5 hours ago, and I'm going to cut out my cookies to 3 ounces each. Shaping out my cookies, 3 ounces each cookie, roll it out to approximately 12.5 inches, and then all I'm going to do is just twist into a braid. Now, leave a few, maybe 1.5 inches apart because they will rise in the oven. My cookies are ready to cover them for half an hour. Allow them to rise. In the meantime, preheat your oven to 360 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been 30 minutes. My Sicilian braid cookies rose beautifully. Now we're ready to coat them with milk. In my preheated oven for 20 to 25 minutes. When they're golden brown, you know they're ready. I'm so very pleased the way my Sicilian braid cookies turned out, and I'm going to say it, if you can only smell my kitchen. While they're still hot, very quickly, I'm going to coat purified water on top of the cookies, and I'm going to dunk them in granulated sugar. Put them back on the tray to dry. Beautiful. Look how beautiful they turned out. I'm going to really enjoy this with a lovely cup of tea. Look at that. Perfect. I'm going to taste it for you. Let's see if it takes me back to Catania, Sicily. So good. Delicious. You really have to make this cookie. Not only that, but my husband just mentioned that this cookie would be a fabulous breakfast cookie. Sure. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And it's Caterina from my home to yours. Don't forget to hit your like button, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel and share my recipes. Ciao. Oh my goodness. Oh, so good.